Hello, you have made a decision to immigrate to New Zealand from South Africa. Congratulations. I'm a recruiter in New Zealand for 10 years. I've been helping South Africans to immigrate into New Zealand. I'm currently working with 28 people. I know the reasons why South Africans generally leave South Africa, painfully often, and come to the promising future of New Zealand that does result in a fantastic experience for everyone I've heard explain to me the process of coming here. You have some challenges. So I would like to get back to your reason why. Let's start there. I plan to take you through the full process here in this video series at no cost to introduce you to how you can engage the process to find work and immigrate into New Zealand using your point system, using your skilled migrant category if you have that category. But anyway, how to get work in New Zealand. So starting with your reason why, let's begin with the goal before we go with why. I'll get to why in a second. The goal, your goal is to find work in New Zealand, right? Okay, I'm assuming that. Well, what do you do before that? Before you find work, you have to engage a decision maker. What do you do before that? Well, you have to find a decision maker. What do you do before that? Probably, well, before you just find a decision maker, look at the regions, look at the companies, and go from that angle. All right, what do you do then? You present a certain profile, a working profile. You generate interest. Okay, how do you do that? Well, there's a process for that. I'm coming to that. I'll get through that whole thing in the video series. But for right now, what is your reason to come to New Zealand? I hear the reasons. I'll give you some reasons not to tell an employer. Now, keep in mind, I'm not asking you to lie. I'm asking you to pick and choose the time and person to talk about ugly things that happened. It's not the employer. It's not on the first meeting. It's not the first impression. Okay? Unless you're with your own countrymen, that's fine. Someone you know, that's fine. Family, that's fine. When you're engaging the employer, it is super important that you get work. So your negative reasons for leaving South Africa and your positive reasons for leaving, for entering New Zealand, keep it in mind. Leave out things like riots, any racial problems, any murders, those kinds of stories. Leave them out. Believe me, all you need to do is to say there's instability. I don't have a future for my children. Work is becoming more challenging. These sorts of things. Everyone in New Zealand already has a fairly good idea of what's going on, and that's normally enough. And what you'll want to do for your own peace of mind as well is to switch gears to the positive and talk honestly about what you've researched as far as what's the draw to come to New Zealand. And it should be your actual reason why, as well as the one you explain to the employer. The honesty will show through. We got to start somewhere. This is the place to start. The reason why is the place to start, in my opinion. So if you have children, well, there is schooling, there is safety, there is a brighter future. That's obvious. New Zealand's probably the best place to raise children. There's many studies out there, many feedbacks from people, including South Africans. You can find them on the forums, and on Facebook groups and so on. So you can find the reasons why, and you can justify in your mind honestly, and you can explain to an employer honestly why you're coming to New Zealand, why you're leaving South Africa. In the next video series, I'm going to explain the full process of how to engage employers, how to find work, how to immigrate into New Zealand. Stay tuned. Thank you very much.